A couple of days ago, the movie legend Robert Redford with so many years behind him in Hollywood unfortunately died. Therefore, today my goal is to do a tribute video where I will mention his top 5 movies. The first movie on my list in the top 5 is the iconic Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid, with some gunslinging action, tension, people chasing after the main character pair. This movie is one of the most entertaining old western movies. In particular, why it is so enjoyable also has to do with the power acting relation between Robert Redford and Paul Newman, who later played in the movie from 1973 called Sting. The second movie on my list is a movie called Havana, a very exciting movie about the time gambling was legal in Havana before Fidel Castro and the whole revolution. In the movie, Robert Redford plays this professional gambler that falls in love with the other main character played by Swedish actor Lena Olin that plays a revolutionary woman, where she also herself does a very good act. As this hardcore gambler, I believe Robert Redford really does himself justice here, because I really believe, after watching this movie, that he actually could be a gambler in real life. Of course, there are spy intrigues in this movie and about which side you are on, if you are for the revolution or against it, of course, often with dark consequences because of your choices, as you clearly see in this movie. The third best movie Robert Redford has played in, according to me, is this movie called Sting, which is also one of the roles he really is known for. In the movie, he plays this con artist that, together with Paul Newman, plays a large con on rich people that they basically rob blind. It's all about horse racing and high-stakes poker, where they con a man called Lonergan to gamble almost all his money because he thinks he is in for a certain win. I feel a balance between the more unserious and witty Robert Redford works here against the perhaps more serious acting done by Paul Newman. It's a movie where they, just like in Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid, work together and they fulfill each other, where you see a fireball of chemistry between them. That's why it is indeed. It deserves to be in the top 3. In the second best movie Robert Redford has ever played in, we come to this movie called 3 Days of the Condor, where it is all about a man that works as a CIA researcher that finds all his colleagues killed after going out to lunch. In this main role, Robert Redford really shows himself through different emotions. He is afraid, curious, assertive, and dead serious at the same time. You just see how he has to handle each situation differently, how he cannot trust certain people, how he has to kidnap this woman and use her to his advantage. It is really a role Robert Redford does full circle, and there's no wonder it's one of the best roles he has ever done. To top it off, we go to this movie from 2001 called Spy Game, and it is also one of the most underrated spy movies ever made, which follows Robert Redford as his character called Nathan Moore, that shows us how he trains the main character played by Brad Pitt, how he really more or less trains him to be an effective operative, and gives him rules and regulations that he needs to follow in order to succeed. This is a story that we follow in flashbacks, and there's also a second story where he is questioned about the whereabouts of this operative that now is in Chinese territory. The movie has a lot of tension both in the story and between the characters, and there's no doubt about it how he raises his voice, how he just lives into the role of this CIA man. This is Robert Redford's best role and the best movie he has played in.